I married into a powerful, wealthy family thinking I had found love and safety, but I walked straight into a nightmare I never saw coming. At first, everything looked perfect. Wealth, comfort, and a husband who promised me peace. But behind those mansion walls was a woman who controlled everything, my mother-in-law. She criticized how I dressed, how I spoke, even how I lived. And my husband stayed silent while I slowly lost my freedom inside my own home. Then one day, she locked me out in the rain, tried to destroy my career, and pushed me to my breaking point. That was the moment everything changed, because I stopped crying and started fighting back. I grew up with nothing. Dirt roads, a leaking roof, a father who worked until his hands broke, and a mother who taught me one thing. Even if you're poor, never look it. I held on to that. I studied with moonlight when we couldn't afford candles. I fought my way out and became a banker. At 23, I had my own office. At 24, I met Lucas. He was rich, confident, powerful. The kind of man who looked like he had never struggled a day in his life. He said he loved how real I was. I believed him. Then I met his mother, the mayor, Victoria. The first time she saw me, she looked at my shoes, not my face. And in that moment, I knew. She had already judged me. But I ignored it. I married her son anyway. For 3 months, life felt perfect, peaceful, loving, safe. Then one Tuesday, everything changed. I came home and saw moving trucks, furniture, boxes, strangers in my house. Lucas stood there and said, "Mom is staying with us for a while." And just like that, my house stopped being mine. The next morning, the war began. I wore a simple blue dress for work. She looked at me and said, "You look like you're hunting men. Go change." I looked at my husband. He said nothing. Day by day, she erased me. My clothes? Thrown away. My voice? Ignored. My confidence? Destroyed. I stopped recognizing myself. I wasn't Naomi anymore. I was a shadow. One night, I cooked for my husband. A meal from my childhood. Love in a pot. Before he could eat, she poured salt into it. "Bland," she said. He didn't defend me. He didn't taste it. He chose her. That night, I begged him. "Lucas, I can't breathe. Please ask your mother to leave." He turned away and said, "She's trying to make you better." That's when it hit me. I wasn't his wife. I was his mother's project. And the man I married was never mine. The air in the house grew heavier every day. I felt like I was walking on glass. Then came Monday. Lucas walked into the bedroom packing a small leather bag. "I have a conference in the capital. 3 days, maybe 4. My heart sank. "Lucas, please, take me with you. Or tell your mother to leave. Don't leave me alone with her." He pulled his hand away. "Naomi, don't be dramatic. Stay out of her way. Do what she says and there won't be a problem." He kissed my cheek and walked out. I watched his car disappear, not knowing he had just left me to the wolves. The moment he left, everything changed. I walked into the kitchen. She was there, sitting at the head of the table, tapping a spoon against a cup. "So, it's just you and me now," she said. "Village girl." I said nothing. "You think your bank job makes you one of us? You still smell like poverty. And I will scrub it off you." I went to my room and locked the door. I stayed there all night, hungry, but afraid. The next day at work, I could barely focus. My boss called me in. "Naomi, you've made mistakes today. Is everything okay?" I forced a smile. "I'm just tired." I stayed late, until 8 p.m., because I was afraid to go home. Then the rain started. Heavy, cold, endless. When I got home, the house was dark. Only one light upstairs. I ran to the door, soaked, shaking. I put my key in the lock. It stopped halfway. The deadbolt was locked from inside. "Mama, please open the door. It's raining." Silence. I knocked harder. Still nothing. I looked through the glass window. She appeared, calm, holding a glass of wine. "Please," I begged. She stepped closer. "A mayor's house is for people of value," she said. "Tonight, stay where you belong." Then she turned off the light. Darkness. I sat outside, trembling. I called Lucas. "Lucas, she locked me out. I'm in the rain. Please call her." He sighed. "I'm at dinner with the governor. I can't deal with this. Just get a hotel. I'll talk to her later." He hung up. Just like that. I had no money. No access to our account. Only $20 in my purse. I drove to my friend Sarah's house. When she saw me, she said nothing. She just held me. "They will destroy you if you don't fight," she whispered. I stayed with her for 2 days. Fever. Weak. Broken. But something inside me changed. You're not going back as a victim, Sarah told me. You're going back to take your life back. On Sunday, Lucas called. I'm home. Mom said you never came back. She was worried. A lie. A cold, calculated lie. I'm coming home, I said. When I walked in, they were eating dinner. She smiled. Naomi. We were worried. Where did you go? I ignored her. Lucas couldn't even look at me. I went upstairs. Locked my door. The next morning, I went to get my blue dress. It was gone. I checked the trash. There it was. Ruined. Covered in dirt and food. She stood behind me, holding scissors. It was too short, she said. I helped you. I looked at the dress. Then at her. Then back at her eyes. You didn't help me, I said quietly. She frowned. What did you say? I stepped closer. You just made the biggest mistake of your life. After she threw my dress in the trash, I didn't scream. I didn't cry. Where I come from, when a woman stops crying, she becomes dangerous. I walked upstairs. Each step on the marble floor echoed like a drum. I sat on the bed, staring at my hands. They trembled, not from fear but from something rising inside me. For 3 months I had been playing fair in a game built to destroy me. Lucas walked in. Naomi, why are you sitting in the dark? Mom says you're acting strange. I didn't look at him. Your mother locked me in the rain. She destroyed my things. Do you have anything to say? He sighed. She's trying to guide you. You're being difficult. That was the moment I saw the truth. I was alone. And in that silence, I found my strength. The next day I went to work differently. No more hiding. I bought a sharp black suit, strong, clean, powerful. At the bank, people noticed. During lunch I called my lawyer. Naomi, the house belongs to you and Lucas. 50-50. And your mother-in-law has no legal right to stay if you don't want her there. That was when I understood. Power isn't noise. Power is knowledge. Monday came. The day of my senior manager interview. I woke up ready. Focused. I went for my car keys. They were gone. She was sitting at the table, my keys under her hand. You're not going anywhere, she said calmly. I called your boss. I told him you're resigning to focus on family. Everything went silent. She had crossed the final line. She walked into her room. Locked the door. Something inside me snapped. Not my heart. My patience. I walked to the garage and picked up a sledgehammer. Heavy. Solid. Final. Lucas saw me. Naomi, what are you doing? I didn't answer. I walked straight to her door. Open it. She laughed from inside. I am the mayor, Victoria. You can't. The first hit shook the door. Naomi, stop. Lucas shouted. The second blow split the frame. The third shattered it completely. The door burst open. She stood there, no longer powerful. Just afraid. You'll be arrested, she screamed. Then tell them everything, I said. Tell them how you locked me out in the rain. And how you tried to destroy my future. I took my keys from her hand. For the first time, she looked small. As I turned, she attacked. She ripped my suit. Scratched my neck. You are nothing, she screamed. I looked at her calmly. The dirt you mock is what made me strong. You're just decoration, no roots. I walked away. Lucas stared at my torn suit. You can't go to the bank like this. I looked at him. Watch me. I drove straight to the bank. 6:58 a.m. I walked in, hair messy, suit torn, my collar stained. Everyone stared. I didn't care. I walked into my boss's office. My mother-in-law lied, I said. She tried to stop me. I broke a door to get here. I leaned forward. If I can fight through that, imagine what I can do for this bank. Silence filled the room. Then a smile. He picked up the phone. I think we found our new senior manager. I felt a tear fall. Not from pain. From victory. When I drove back to the mansion that evening, the sky burned purple and gold. I didn't feel like the same woman. I walked through the front door and let the mud from my shoes stain the marble. For the first time. I didn't care. The house was quiet. Lucas sat in the dark. He looked up, and I saw something new in his eyes. Fear. Or respect. Sometimes they look the same. Naomi, he said softly, my mother is upstairs. She's calling lawyers. The police. I stepped closer. Let her, I said calmly. Let them come. Let them see everything. He reached for my hand. I pulled away. You watched her destroy me, I said. Why should I stay with a man who couldn't protect me? I walked upstairs. She sat on her bed, shaken. You will never be one of us, she whispered. I ignored her and opened the closet she always kept locked. Inside I found a worn wooden box. She panicked. Give that back. I opened it. Old photos. A poor woman. Mud house. Torn clothes. Her mother. My mother-in-law said that before she married into this family, her own family never accepted her because she came from a poor background. The truth hit me instantly. She wasn't born powerful. She buried her past and hated me for reminding her of it. I held the photo up. You see yourself in me, I said. That's why you tried to destroy me. She went silent. The mask was gone. I did what I had to survive, she said quietly. So will I replied. That night I called a meeting. We sat at the table. I took control. These are the new rules, I said. You move out tomorrow. Lucas, you get help, or you lose me. And this house becomes a home again. Lucas looked at me, then at his mother. Okay, he said. I was wrong. Please don't leave. I didn't smile. Show me, I said. The next morning the trucks arrived. Furniture. Boxes. Silence. She walked out wearing a simple dress. No pride. No power. Just a woman. She touched my cheek. Don't lose your fire, she said. Then she left. 2 days later my mother arrived. Simple. Strong. Unshaken. She hugged me tightly. You smell like victory, she said. It was a long war, I replied. The best ones are, she said. I returned to the bank as senior manager. After 1 month, my mother-in-law called me and said she was very sorry. She told me she had come to love me and finally accepted me as her own daughter. I just listened in silence. I hired girls like me. I built opportunities for those who came from nothing. I became everything I once dreamed of. But I never forgot the rain. The locked door. The moment I chose myself. To everyone watching. If someone tries to break you, remember? They are fighting battles inside themselves. Don't let their darkness become yours. You are not small. You are not weak. You are the seed that grows through concrete. If they lock the door, break it. If they take your keys, keep moving. This is your life. And no one takes that from you. Thank you so much for journeying through this tale with me. If this story touched your heart, please give it a like, share it with someone who needs to hear this wisdom, and subscribe to join our growing family of storytellers. Your support truly means everything. I'd love to hear from you. Which part of the story resonated with you most? And let me know which part of the world you're watching from. I read every comment and they truly keep me going. See you in the next story. I love you all. God bless you. Bye.